All right, so a little bit of difficulties there at the beginning of this one, but a 10-2 lead for Real Life here. First real look at somebody other than four teams for a while. So Real Life leads at 10-2 over the Eagles of CAYA. The Eagles are in those red uniforms to your right. Real Life is in the darker uniforms to the left. And it's now a 10-3 lead for Real Life. And serve here from Jimenez of the Eagles. Now back out front and just kind of rattles around. And an 11-3 lead for the Raptors, as Sophia Lunday will serve here for Real Life right in the middle of that back line. This is going to ricochet off the ceiling and then tip into the net. So a 12-3 lead now for the Raptors. Once again, these are just two individual games to 25. Not a best of three match or anything along those lines. They all count as individual games toward how you're going to be seated tomorrow in whatever bracket you are in. 13-3, the lead for Real Life off of that ace.
Those two up and down.
And the serve here. Play now up front. Sent across, now tipped over and finally put out of bounds. So it'll make it 13-4. The lead for Real Life as Lauren Lucky and Autumn White both check in for the Eagles, and White to serve here. Up front, set in the middle, and that hit inbounds on the far line. So the kill for Sydney Ward makes it now 14-4. Serve here from Carolyn King is an ace. We'll make it now 15-4. Again, games to 25. There is a cap at 25, so just the first team to get there. There's no win by two. And then for each individual game that you win or lose, you get a tally beside your school name, and then they seed everything for tomorrow based on the pool play for today. So 15-5, the lead for the Raptors. And for the Eagles comes Andrea Sanchez. She will serve. Also, Sarah Finley back in for the Eagles. Sanchez with a short underhand serve, played in the middle. And there's a kill for Sydney Ward. And a 16-5 lead for the Raptors now, as back in for Real Life comes Andrea Sattini. The Ward serve is an ace, making it 17-5. Ward again. Played down up front. The Eagles with an opportunity here, and that under the net by Lutke, making it now 18-5. Once again, Sydney Ward to serve from that far side. Now just set across by Jimenez. And good hit from that back line by Sydney Ward. Will make it 19-5. And we have a timeout to the Eagles. 19-5, the lead for Real Life here in game number one. Take a break. We'll be back with more here in just a moment. 19-5 is the lead for the Raptors, and there's another ace making it 20-5. So again, Sydney Ward continues to serve for Real Life. Now played out to the near side, put across there by Finley. Well, the Raptors will send it over again as play it back to the near side. That hit out of bounds by Taylor Wagner, and back over it comes to the Eagles as Jones Kaywood will check into the lineup for CAYA, and in for Real Life is Brianna Lawley. 20-6 is the lead for Real Life here in game one. And now Jones Kaywood to serve. Played there by Satini. Real Life will play it again. And a good save on the near side by Wagner. And it's finally tipped across and down by Satini. 21-6 is the lead for the Raptors. And the serve is an ace. Making now 22-6. Serve here from Wagner. Now sent back across. In the middle of the floor it goes. Sent over there by Satini. Send it back near side. And good hustle from the Eagles, but they couldn't quite clear it. So now 23-6 is the lead. Wagner's serve. Played by Sanchez out front. And dumped across, and it'll be 23-7 the lead for Real Life. As Finley Schober checks in. Schober's serve is out of bounds, making it 24-7. And now a game point upcoming here for Real Life. This is Alana Parker. Serve played far side, back to the middle, and dumped over by Marquez. To the outside, King, and that will fall in, and that'll do it. 25-7, game one goes to Real Life. Take a break. Come back with game two in just a few minutes. I believe 3 minutes in between games. Let's take a chance and play some stuff from our sponsors. We'll be back here in just a moment. Starting game number 2, Real Life will serve it up first. And it is a 1-0 lead off of a double hit. Olivia Behrens doing the serving duties here for Real Life as they already took game 1, 25-7. Let's play to the far side for Findlay, and we have double hit again, so now 2-0. So here now played up front, sent across by Schober. Now middle of the floor, that ball is hammered, but a good dig in the back line for the Eagles. Actually a nice play by Marquez, and this hit into the net by Wagner. So a 2-1 lead for Real Life. And back to serve for the Eagles is Finley Schober. Serve now rattles around. And dumped across. And this will be played near side, tipped out of bounds. And it will be into the lineup. Serving for the Eagles will be Maddie Johnson, and also checking in is Alexa Birch. Serve here played near side, bumped across by King. Up front, that's deflected. Now still loose and then sent across. This is blocked up front and then hit into the net. So now we're tied at 3. Serve from Johnson. On your side, sent across. Left up front. And this blocked and then inbounds off of Sydney Ward. And a 4-3 lead for Real Life. And this eventually falls in. We'll be tied up at 4 here. Is substituting in for the Eagles is Sarah Liriano. And Kaveri Jimenez serves it up. Now Real Life playing it out front. And that hit in along the far side. Sydney Ward with a kill, making it 5-4 Real Life. Here now played far side. Now ricocheted across. Across there by Ward. And eventually it falls in on the Eagles side of the net. So 6-4 is the lead for the Raptors. And this serve into the net from Carolyn King. Now 6-5, the lead for Real Life. As Lauren Lucky checks in along with Autumn White. Serve here from White. Played now middle of the floor, and that hit out of bounds by Sydney Ward, and we're tied at 6. So White's serve is out of bounds. A 7-6 lead for the Raptors as Sydney Ward will serve, and Andrea Sattini back to the front row. And serve play to the outside. Bumped across by Ludke. Now sent over, and this gets deflected out of bounds. Now 8-6 the lead for the Raptors. This returned on one hit. Now set in the middle of the floor, and that hit out of bounds. So 8-7 now the lead for Real Life. Serve sent to the outside. Now Eagles will play in and a little short of the net. So 9-7 the lead for the Raptors. And back to service Taylor Wagner. This game has been much closer than the first game, which ended up being 25-7. There is an ace, and I'll make it 10-7. Serve here into the net. We'll make it 10-8. And substituting in for the Eagles is Jones Kaywood, Ayana Jones Kaywood. And Ayana will serve.
If you were wondering what CAYA stands for, it is the Collegedale Area Youth Association.
Oh,
they're in an Adventist school. And they're didn't have to travel too far. They're located pretty close to here, just in northeast, I believe, Hamilton County by Chattanooga.
11-8 is the lead for Real Life. And played near side. And there is a kill. I guess they're going to replay it. It's interesting. I thought those are usually out, but I guess they've decided to do that as a replay if that happens. 8 lead for Real Life off the ace as Olivia Behrens will continue to serve. And there's another ace. Make it 13-8 now.
Well, John, you have a good eye. What's your first impressions of this Real Life team?
A couple of good hitters, and Ward and Sattini. So, I mean, I would say probably Division III-ish. Maybe Division II, somewhere along those lines, but I would say Division III would be a pretty safe spot for them.
I think they will be a very strong contender in Division III. We'll see how it shakes out. They may get bumped to Division II.
Yeah. It's just all that kind of just depends on what they've done today so far. But yeah, I'd say they could be in Division II and probably be a contender in Division III.
How do you think they would stack up against like a CAYA?
Oh yeah, the teams we saw earlier. I would maybe similar. They might be just a notch below that. I think we saw Ezekiel and Ezekiel, and that CAYA team. I would say that they're maybe just a little notch above where Real Life is at. That's why I think Division III is probably a pretty good spot for them. Although, yeah, I could see them sneaking into Division II.
They would be very solid in Division III, I imagine.
It's hard to say after seeing them in one game because you don't really get a sense for what they've done. Like the other teams we saw 3-4 times, and you get a pretty good sense for who they are. But
yeah, we were able to get a real good sense of the Group A teams today.
oh, nice block up front, but it does go out of bounds. So 16-8 is the lead now for Real Life. Out front, tipped across as the Raptors will play it. And that is hit out of bounds off the hands of Satini. As Finley Schober and Megan Marquez back in. So set comes to the near side, and then the kill for Carolyn King makes it 17-9 Real Life. And Lauren Braddock will check in and get set to serve. Serve now played back up front and deflected into the net. So now 18-9. And Lauren Braddock will continue to serve. Good save by Braddock in that back row. And a kill on the near side by King.
Looks like a little bit of miscommunication on that.
19-9, there's an ace making it 20-9. As Brianna Lawley will check back in for the Raptors. We do have one more game in this early portion of the broadcast schedule. A game coming up at 5 o'clock Eastern. And then we get a little bit of a break before our 8:15 nightcap tonight. Set in the middle. That's hit it to the net by Lawley, making it 21-10. As Birch and Johnson back in, and Maddie Johnson will serve. Should be 21-10, right? Wasn't it 19-9 at one point? As that serve goes out of bounds. Now it's 22-9.
Yeah, there he goes. Coach DeSantos caught that.
Yeah, they actually have 11. I knew it was at least 11. 10 because it was 19-9 at one point. Serve left up front. And that will fall in. So now 21-11. And set to serve again is Sophia Lunday. So Sophia's serve ends up being an ace. And now 22-11. And this tracked down on the near side, and that is out of bounds. It was on this side of the antenna, and it was around 23-11. And there's an ace, making it now 24-11. And here we are back to game point. And again, Sophia Lunday to serve. And that is out, and that'll do it. 25-7, 25-11. The two games go to real life. We have one more game on the schedule for you here today. A 5 o'clock matchup coming up here in just a little bit. That'll wrap things up for this match. We'll see you back here in 20 minutes or so. You've been watching the National Championship Volleyball Tournament from the NACA at Fort Bluff Camp.